Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to do my 3 to 6 month baby essentials. If you haven't seen my newborn essentials video, I will link that below. I did that when Wilf was like 2 months old maybe, and that was like my 0 to 3 month baby essentials, but Wilf has now turned 6 months, so I thought it'd be great to do my 3 to 6 months, let you know what I have found helpful during this time. Yeah, I will link the newborn one below, as I said, and I can still vouch for everything in that video. Still love absolutely everything I mentioned in that video. The snuggle bath we still use all the time, the sleepy head we use all the time, the snus pod, I still stand by everything, but there are definitely new things that have come in the past 3 months or so that I have found absolutely invaluable with Wilf. So yeah, I'll just dive straight in and show you. Again, as I did with the last video, if anything is too big for me to hold up, I will insert some clips of Wilf with said item. And yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now and just tell you my first 3 to 6 month baby essential, which is this carrier. So in the newborn essentials one, I was loving the Close Caboo carrier. Still stand by that. That was an amazing purchase up until Wilf was about 4 months old. But after that, I did find he got a little bit big for it. And I've always wanted a Tula, but wanted to wait and see how we got on with baby wearing. But I love baby wearing. I prefer it to using the Pram. I absolutely love it. So we took the plunge and ordered a Tula baby carrier. You can't see it very well with me holding it up, so I will insert a clip for you. But this is our Tula. You can get the free to grow, which I think you can use from newborn, but this is the Tula baby carrier, which you can use from 15 kilograms, so it's perfect for Wilf from about 5 months onwards. Yeah, and I absolutely adore it. It just straps on really easily. Wilf is really happy in there. It keeps him nice and high and comfy, and he can look around in it. You can also backwear with the Tula, which I've never tried and for some reason doesn't really appeal to me. I like having him kind of here. But I absolutely love it. There isn't much to say. Tulas are expensive. They're about around the £100 mark. I got that one in the sale when Tula had a sale for about £80, so it's still expensive, but actually looking at them second hand, because I was more than happy to buy a second hand one, you really don't save much money at all. They pretty much hold their value, so if you bought one and didn't get on with it, you could quite easily make your money pretty much back on it, which is a bonus. But we absolutely love it, thankfully, and we'll be keeping hold of it for Wilf and for any future babies. I absolutely adore it. There isn't much more I can say. I just love baby wearing. I find it so much easier. I have both hands free. We have a dog, so I can walk Daisy at the same time. If I've got the Pram, I really don't feel like I can kind of keep a firm hand on Daisy's lead and stuff. It just stresses me out a little bit. So the Tula is definitely my massive 3 to 6 month baby essential. We haven't even had it that long, but I adore it. In this video, I am actually going to include Wilf's Pram. I didn't include it in his first video, and I think a Pram in general is an obvious baby essential, but for the first 3 months of Wilf's life, I literally barely used it. He was in the carry cot. Obviously all Prams come with a carry cot, so this isn't specific to our Pram, which is the Jules Day 2. I just don't like carry cots. Wilf didn't like it either, which is obviously a big reason why we didn't really use it. He didn't like being completely flat, not being able to see anything. He's a very nosy baby and he likes to be able to look around, and he just didn't get on with it at all. Luckily our Pram seat, is it called the seat, like the pushchair seat, you can completely recline it, so he can still lie down. I know they shouldn't sit up when they're young babies, but he's been able to lie down in it, so we've actually had him in that seat from 3 months, and I've used the Pram so much more since having that. It's much lighter, much easier to move around, but also Wilf can see me, I can see him. He's strapped in, which I like. I don't like with carry cots. They're not strapped in. I think for someone, I've been really chilled since Wilf was born. I've surprised myself, but that was one thing I found really like. I just didn't like the fact he wasn't strapped in. I know it sounds really paranoid, but I just felt like someone could reach in and grab him. Like, I hated the carry cart, basically. Say what you mean, Becca. I hated the carry cart. I don't think it's specific to my Pram. I just don't like them. I'm much more into the pushchair seat, and we get on with it a lot better. I love our Pram. I think it's a beautiful Pram, which always helps. but it's really easy to manoeuvre. It's got big wheels. Our pram, the Dual Stay 2, is not a light pram, so if you're after a really lightweight pram, it's not for you. But if you go on lots of walks in parks, the countryside, anywhere like off-roading, it is a brilliant pram because the wheels are so big and so sturdy and you can get up over everything really easily. We love going for walks, so it is perfect, really love it. The carrier is still my preferred method of transportation for Wilf, but I do love the pram now. He's in the pushchair, so I couldn't not mention it in this video. On to something a little bit dinkier on the scale. I have been loving teething toys for Wilf. Wilf has been teething since he was about 3 months old, I think, was when I noticed it starting. The red cheeks, the dribble, the constant chewing. Still now at 6 months, there is no signs of any teeth coming through, but he is constantly chewing and dribbling and moaning about it. And we have these toys specifically are my favourite. These are by the brand called Blossom and Bear. He's got this cactus one, which is just like a rubber, really soft, like bendy cactus that has these shapes on it, so they're really like good on the teeth. He really likes this one, and because he is still quite young, he can actually hold this, whereas his hand-eye coordination is good now, but when he kind of first started teething, he wasn't great at holding things. But this one worked really well for us. The other one I'm absolutely loving is this one, also by Blossom and Bear. This is called their acorn leaf, maybe, I can't remember. I'll link them below for you, but this has like the wooden leaf on it, and then it has these like rubber teething beads. It's completely safe, but it's brilliant. He really likes this one, and again, it's really easy for his little hands to grab hold of. So these have been invaluable to us the past few months. A recent purchase, I got this for Mother's Day, but I am loving it and I couldn't not mention it in this video. It's my teething necklace. This is from a brand called Fox's Felt. I will link it below as well. And this is brilliant, specifically for Wilf being in the carrier. So if we're out and about, he can chew on this as his head is kind of here, and it's not kind of dropping on the floor all the time, as does tend to happen with these. It's inevitable, but these are absolute 3 to 6 month essentials for me, and going onwards throughout the rest of the year, I'm sure. In close relation to those, another 3 to 6 month essential for me has been these Tommy Tippy Close to Nature Soother Teat and Teether wipes. These are like antibacterial sterilising wipes. Obviously I always sterilise his teething toys properly at home, but if we're out and about and he drops his teether on the floor somewhere or on the table and I'm a bit like with it, these are brilliant. They're just like baby wipe type things, and you just wipe it all over, and they're antibacterial and kill 99.9% of bacteria and viruses. So these are brilliant. A genius invention. I wish I'd discovered these sooner. I think I only got these maybe around the 4.5 month mark, and I wish I'd had them sooner. If your baby takes a dummy, these would be brilliant too. Wilf doesn't. He's just not fussed about dummies at all, but I know we would use them even more if he did. These are brilliant, and we just got ours off Amazon. Another 3 to 6 month essential, and if I'd have discovered these when Wilf was a newborn, I'm sure they would have made it into that video as well, are Child's Farm products. I hear people talk about these all the time, and at first, I'll be honest, I didn't get the hype at all. Wilf has really bad eczema. I feel a bit bad because I think this stems from me, because I've always suffered with eczema, especially when I was younger. And at first everyone was recommending these to me, and his eczema was so bad that it didn't work for him. So what I would say is, if your child has really bad eczema, this might not be a miracle. It wasn't for Wilf, even though I hear a lot of people say it was for their child. This wasn't an instant miracle worker for Wilf. We did have to get some medicated cream from the doctor. We used Zero Base on his eczema, and that cleared it up. And then we have since maintained with the Child's Farm moisturiser. We've whipped through this. We've only got about this much left. This is amazing stuff. It's so cheap. I think it's like $2.99 maybe. You can get it from Boots, which is where I got mine from. and this is just absolutely amazing stuff. It's sensitive enough that I use it on his face, I use it all over his body, it's brilliant. And we also have the baby bedtime bubbles and the baby shampoo. So yeah, amazing products, super cheap, and I love these for maintaining Wilf's skin. Since hitting about 3 months, Wilf has really got into play. He was never bothered before then, but from about 3 months I noticed a real difference in his, like, the way he interacted with us and the way he interacted with things, and play has been a big thing. So we have used a play mat and a play gym. I know people get them all in one, but we actually got our 2 parts separately. I'll insert a clip of the play gym we use because it is pretty big to be holding up in a video. But we have the Moki play gym, which is a wooden play gym, and it's got monochrome toys on it. I know for some people it doesn't matter what these things look like, and all power to you if that is you, but I like my home to look a certain way, and whilst we've caved to a jumperoo, this is a whole rant, we caved and got a jumperoo, and so far he's not liking it, and I hate having this, I'm looking at it from here, I hate having this hideous monstrosity in my house that he doesn't like. If he loved it, fine, but so far he is not feeling the love. But he does love his play gym, and I just love how it looks, so I'm more than happy to have it out in our house all the time. And because it's not a play gym that came with a mat, because it's a wooden one, I also picked up this, I don't know how well you'll see it, again I'll insert a clip, but it is this really soft play mat from Amazon. This was like £14–15, and I think it's gorgeous. It's also great for pictures on Instagram, I won't lie. But I absolutely love this, and I think this was an absolute bargain. And this, with the play gym on top, Wilf absolutely loves it. He's super comfy, he has loads of fun, it keeps him very occupied, but it also looks really nice, which, why can't you have both? I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting both. So yeah, they are definite essentials for me, a play mat and a play gym, whatever one you want to have, but I love ours because I just love how it looks, as well as Wilf enjoying it. Another toy that I sometimes put with our play gym is by the brand Lullaby, I think you pronounce it, and this is the, what is it? I never remember, is it a dragonfly, is it a butterfly? I'm not sure what it is, but this is by far Wilf's #1 favourite toy. He can be kept occupied by this for ages. He just loves it. He chews on it, he crinkles it, he plays with it. I'll hang it on his play gym sometimes and he'll just like pull away. I'll take it out with us if we're going out and just clip it on his changing bag. He just adores this thing. It's not really a looker, is it? But it's fine and it's amazing and he loves it and it does the job, and it's very sensory, so it's really good for his development, and this is an absolute lifesaver. So if you have a baby around the 3-month mark and you don't have this, this could well be a saviour, like it has been for us, because Wilf absolutely adores it. So yeah, I would definitely say Lamar's toys in general. We have a few other ones, but this one specifically has been amazing. The penultimate item on my 3 to 6 month baby essentials is another big one, so I will insert a clip, and it is the Mamas and Papas Snug Seat. So this is very similar to a Bumbo, but the Mamas and Papas one I think is easily accessible, and I just really like it. We actually got ours second hand on a Facebook selling page, they're about £50 full price, and we got ours quite late on. I think maybe if we'd have got it a bit earlier on it would have been worth the money, but we didn't discover it until we tried my friend's little girls out when Wilf was about probably coming up to 5 months old, and we knew we'd be getting a high chair soon after that, so we didn't want to spend the full £50 on it. We managed to find ours £10 on a Facebook selling page. It does have the little like spinny ball bit missing, but it's totally fine. It does the job. And yeah, I just absolutely think it's brilliant. It keeps Wilf in such a solid like sitting position. He seems really comfortable in it. He very much likes to sit up and look around now. He can sit on his own sometimes he can't, so sometimes I sit him up and he's fine, and then sometimes he'll just be like, and I'm like, oh right, okay. So yeah, it's just brilliant for sitting up. It has a play tray on that he really enjoys playing with, but also you can take that off and use it for feeding. So if we nipped someone's house for like tea or something and now he's started weaning, it'll be brilliant because we can just take that with us rather than carting the whole high chair around. And I just absolutely think it is brilliant. There's not much to say about it really. It's just a really, really good item that we have got loads of use out of in a pretty short space of time. Even better for having got it for £10. I definitely don't think it's something that you need to buy brand new because it's very, very easily cleaned. And yeah, I just really, really like it. So I couldn't not include it in this video. It is a brilliant item and I wish we'd got it earlier on with Wilf. And I think that just leaves one item left in the video, and that is touchy-feely books. So not necessarily one book specifically. These are two of Wilf's. That's Not My Squirrel and Peter Rabbit Tickle Peter. He just loves touchy-feely books. He's really getting into stroking now. Much to Daisy, our dog's dismay. He's really started to take a notice for her and want to stroke her all the time, and she's not crazy about it, I won't lie, but she puts up with him. So these are some touchy-feely books and they're just like very sensory, very like, oh, it's lovely and soft. But yeah, Wilf just absolutely seems to love these. And they keep him entertained, and yeah, there's not a lot to say about them. They're just very good for his development and he really seems to enjoy them. It's lovely now, we've always read him books, but it's lovely now that he's really starting to take a notice in them and like gets involved with them and like seems to be listening to what you're actually saying a bit more. So these are brilliant and I would definitely recommend these two specifically. I would really recommend, but like any touchy-feely like sensory books in general, I think for babies of 3 to 6 months are brilliant as they really start to like interact and get invested in them. And I think that is everything for my 3 to 6 month baby essentials. Let me know in the comments if you love any of these items or if there's anything you think I've missed out. What are your 3 to 6 month baby essentials? And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, I should say I will be doing a weaning essentials video when we have been weaning a little bit longer. So yeah, keep an eye out for that and let me know if there's anything you think I really need to make the weaning process enjoyable and easier. And yeah, I'd love to hear your weaning essentials and recommendations. And I'm going to leave it there, guys, and see you all in my next video.